Got twerk asking for the run back. I'm talking clips, math, goods. I already done that.
I'm son right. It's bad news written all over this hammer. That's the done title.
Kill Lux clearly. That's a fun fact.
But then again, it was murder. Yo, like for CMG, we did this all for you, Gotti. Yeah. Shotgun, think Siamese twins, be two bodies. I shoot you. Be careful who you reckon with if you can't afford a new Bugatti.
Hey, but we got Geeksy Gotti versus you think cause you beat up Snake Eyes, you with the shit? Give a fuck what you did today.
Yeah. You already know we out here. Got John the Don.
Yes, sir. Hip hop is real. It's the word.
You know, I'm hearing, you know, one of the, if not the best event of the year, man, the Pendemic.
Yeah, that's what I'm hearing too. That's an honor. That's humbling, man. That's, you know, when I do events, you know, people be asking me my opinion. When these events is going on, I don't think like it's up for me to decide how I feel about the event. I go off of the feedback of everybody else. I don't put on events to entertain me. It's entertaining whoever's tuned in, you know, the fans of the culture and shit. So to get feedback like that, like, yo, all the battles was good, they ran through smooth, because that's what we aim to do. So I feel like, you know, with the feedback we got, it's successful. If y'all like it, I love it, man. We're gonna try to keep that up.
I gotta say, man, I was there in the building, man. You know how to like put battles together. Like I see, like you continuously shown that in your career as a league owner. Like, you know what I'm saying. You've always put great matchups, but I really like how you was able to execute. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think the matchups is the most important thing. Like a lot of people feel like names matter. You know what I'm saying? Or names. Like you just got to get the names and. The names is good, but the names is even better when you got good matchups for them. You know what I'm saying? And matchups is what sells the card more than anything. And sells the card while it's happening. So the names will draw the attention for people to tune in. But as far as matchups go, that's what make a good event. You know what I mean? It's the matchups that's the most important. So that's what I pride myself on, is the matchups. So Pendemic, I felt crazy about every matchup that was on the card, even the ones to start with. Like I felt crazy about Loso and Miss Hustle. You know what I mean? That's why that one kind of hurt. Then I had that one. You know what I'm saying? I was excited for Suge and Bonus as well. And then once we fixed it, I was excited for Twerk and Bonus. And then I was excited for Loso and Jazz too. I feel like that's a fire matchup too. So Geechee and News, come on. Like Clone and Av. Like, and it's the other matchups that people wasn't necessarily, you know, aware of, that woke everybody up. The Philly Haze versus Alias, the 7J Young Herb, the OG Grizzly and Moon, you know what I'm saying? Excel D Flames, shit like that. Even down to the Shooney and Rizzy was fire, you know what I'm saying? Super Black and Reggie P, that matchup was fire too. So we got a lot of, it's matchups, man. That's matchups.
You setting it up, man. I know you don't really like, you know, like you said, you pick battles that you gonna be like, I don't know who gonna win. Who you see was able to like capitalize. I don't want to ask you winners and
like
losers and shit. I know as far as a league owner, niggas don't be really wanting to say who won and who lost, but like,
but it's different over here because we trying to breed warriors and killers, man. We don't coddle each other over here. You know what I'm saying? Like, I would be mad had, like, I come off the surf battle and all the bulls are telling me, yo, John, you really won that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that ain't what we do. So even when we do battles here, I gotta be real with them to calm them down, because a lot of times these battles, they'll get big-headed. They'll talk to me like, nigga, like, I got this and that going on. So if I feel like somebody need to tighten up, or you might have not, because the loss is not the end of the world in battle rap, bro. It's, you know what I'm saying? Like, you're supposed to, off a loss, you build on that. So it's like, I don't mind telling like shit like that, but a lot of these battles was actually close. I feel like the ones that they was able to make a separation was 7J and Young Herb. You know what I'm saying? He made a
that was actually a judge battle too.
It was actually a judge battle, so you know that's something we
$1,000 on the line.
And Young Herb made a lot of complaints, but he didn't complain about the judge's verdict.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He took his L.
Nah, yeah.
So shit like that. I feel like Super Black was able to make a separation. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like that battle was fire though. I feel like at that time, in the building, Super Black won everybody over. He left, leaving a bigger impression. You know what I mean? So, other than that, I feel like all the other battles,
OG Grizzly and Moon.
that was tough.
Goodie.
That was tough.
That
man.
was a tough one. I fuck with OG Grizzly.
Yeah,
man. Like, he's not like I saw him with
Grizzly,
but yeah, this one he really went crazy.
He stepped it up, but that's what close range is about. It's a learning experience, man. You on that stage, you sharing it with a top 10 nigga. You gonna learn something.
Yeah.
I'm not putting them up there to beat these niggas. I'm not expecting niggas to win, but at least you can learn yourself. Like, I bet, because you only learn certain shit in battle rap through experience. You got to be up there to learn it. You know what I mean? So, you know, Grizzly had a learning experience with Twerk, man. I knew his next battle was going. You know what I'm saying? I knew he was going to tap in. You know what I mean? So salute the Grizz, man. Salute the Grizz. Rochester tournament winner, man.
Yeah, definitely. And Moon
going back on tour too, July 30th.
And Moon, he made sure that he wasn't playing. He was on his A game, like
it was OG shit. Moon brought exactly what we booked him for. We booked him exactly for what he brought. Like money well spent on Moon. You know what I'm saying? And great matchup for Grizzly. And them niggas did that, man. Fire battle. Fire. You know, the older niggas in the crowd was loving that.
Facts. Nah.
The old heads gonna love that one.
Shit, that was one of my favorite battles of the night too.
Yeah, that was crazy.
You know, Philly, Haze, and Alias. Who advanced or who like, you know what I'm saying?
I think that's a close one. I think that one could go either way. You know what I'm saying? I see people going back and forth. I will say this. Like, Alias has been known to for fire rebuttals. So I was expecting a fire back and forth rebuttal type shit, which is why that matchup was put together. But as far as rebuttals, I feel like Philly Haze set a separation there. Because he was rebuttaling every round, and the times that Alias tried to rebuttal, it wasn't really landing. Like, he had a couple that did land, but not as much as Haze. Like, I remember niggas is saying, go get the VOD too. I remember niggas is saying 3 of them things after Haze did 3 rebuttals, and it seemed like he did 3 more after that. Like, I was like, what the fuck? Like, this nigga was, and they was all landing. But I do feel like Alias had bar the battle.
Okay.
Probably bar the night.
Damn.
Probably bar the year.
Jeez.
The nigga said, he said, your mother over the coffin speaking Spanish, but it sound like Greek to me. They keep calling Jesus. What? I never heard nothing like that in life.
That's
like,
fire.
so it's just like,
that's fine.
Man, that was just so. But even Philly Haze rebutted that. So that battle could go either way. Like, Alias writing, I think Alias, like, the way he put it together was more intricate and layered than the way Philly Haze material. But Philly Haze balanced that out with strong rebuttals and with a consistent performance. So that one could go either way, man. That was a tough one. First battle of the night too. Shout out to them. They kicked it off.
Set off the whole tempo. Shooney and Cashflow, Rizzy.
Crazy. You know what I mean?
Rizzy. The females came through and switched the whole temperature in the room. Like, yo,
shit. It's always exciting booking Shooney, man. It's the second time we booked on Bullpen. And, you know, she come with that shit. I feel like with this run that Shooney has been on, she was going to propose the right threat for Rizzy that we need, you know what I mean, to bring Rizzy's style out more. We wanted Rizzy to really have a fight that people are going to tune in for, hopefully count her out so she could prove everybody wrong, you know what I mean, and one that she could step up for, because she had other battles on Bullpen with more established names like C3, KCJ. Who else she had? Beretta Blaze and Cheddar. And, you know, she didn't do her best in some of those, you know what I mean? But it was still, like, learning experiences. But I felt like her, with this battle with Shooney, it's time to show what you learned now. It's the pandemic. You know what I'm saying? Them other times, it was cool. We understood that. Now you here. Now it's like what we doing. And I feel like she definitely stepped up to the plate. She made some new fans. And you know, a lot of people, that's their first time seeing her. And they love her.
That's all I've been hearing. Like, I've been, like, everybody, like, yo, like, it was like they first time meeting Cashflow, and they was like, yo, we need more of that. John, you had that? Like,
yeah.
That's what they looking at you like, John, like, oh, word?
Now, all of them, everybody that's being talked about, from Cashflow, Rizzy, D-Flame, 7J, you know what I'm saying, even Super Black.
Facts.
From like, y'all battles, like, y'all next battle might be even more important than what just happened, because you got to carry this momentum. You can't sit back and get comfortable now, because the moment you have another battle, it has to make sense, and you could kill your own momentum, because if it's not that, they could look at that like that was a fluke. That was just a one-time thing. So your next move has to be your best move. You know what I mean? We're going to put that together, though. I got him. Don't worry about it.
Nah, she definitely showing she's a beast in the sport.
Oh, yeah.
Going against a monster like Shooney, who was also on her game.
On her game.
So she, you know what I mean? Like,
you struggle with cheddar. I'm from New York. We chop cheese. What? Oh, man. I think I got to battle Shooney now because of that. I ain't gonna lie. Nah, that was a fire battle though, and they rep for the ladies the right way. Shout out to Babs being in the building.
Facts.
Nunu holding it down. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
But yeah, that was lit though. Shout out to them, Shooney and Rizzy. That was a fire one.
Clone and Av. Everybody had that going in this battle of the night. This is their favorite battle. There, all of that. And what did that do? Did it live up to the hype?
Did it?
Do they gotta go to the VOD right now and be like, just to see what really happened? Like,
yeah, they have to. They have to. You talk about being battle rap fans of the sport. Like, you can't be a fan of the sport and not want to see that battle. Like, that was all rap, all bars, all like, it was like straight to the point. It's everything we expected, and they gave us a little more. Like, you know, if you ask me, we got a little more than what we expected. A lot of times when we're looking forward to certain battles, it be letdowns, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, when people expected so much, it be letdowns. But them two niggas, man, that shit was crazy. That battle gave me fucking goosebumps. The shit that they was writing, that's the type of battle that make the nigga want to write, man. You got to sit down, pull your pen out, pull that pad out, and start. You got to start cooking ASAP.
Thanks. You know what's funny? I was thinking about the face-off when Av and Chloe was talking, and you was like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you asked them that first question. Yeah. Like, you said all this shit. Like, what that mean? You ain't ready type shit? Like, or like, I was like, yo, see, John, wow. Like, yo, straight accident. He's like, yo, you know what I mean? I'm alright, man. You know what I'm saying? He play all coy, and then that nigga Av go and do that, right?
Go crazy. But I knew he was locked in, though. Like, I look at certain shit, right? Av came in late, and there was a possibility that he wasn't going to be able to do the face-offs. You know what I'm saying? And even though he came in late, he made it a priority to come to the face-offs. And before that, I'm like, I know Av don't really like doing face-offs. He don't like really doing that shit. Av is just a nigga that just want to show up and rap, bro.
Nice.
You know what I mean? So I was surprised to see him show up. So when you show up and you're doing the face, and I'm listening to what he's saying, I'm like, yo, this nigga's locked in, man. He's trying to, listen, you ain't fooling me with this 70% shit. Nah, like, but I guess that's his way of selling himself too. Like, yo, you think that's crazy? I got more for Hollow. I got more for, and I get it. But
that's crazy.
To me, you show up with 3 crazy complete rounds. I don't care about the effort you put into your material. That's 100%.
Yeah, I got you.
You might feel like you going 70 because you ain't taking an extra mile or whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
But nigga, what?
You just had one of the best battles of the year with Clone type
That's
shit.
That's 100%.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, and salute the Clone too, because he was crazy.
Crazy.
He was shaking that shit up. Great, like shaking that whole crowd up.
he arguably got like bigger reactions in the battle. He arguably got like more reactions than Av in the building. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he was wilding.
Of course, that don't necessarily mean the nigga won the battle.
Oh, nah.
But, you know what I'm saying? But it was a crazy one. I don't think, you can't call a clear win on that. If you're trying to call a win on that, you just picking your favorite. It's like, if you're picking your favorite, you can't call a clear win on that.
Nah, these guys with the war. Jazz and Loso.
I tweeted, this is going to be one of the greatest one-rounders. I tweeted, shit might be up there with Tay Rock and Bad News.
Facts.
I tweeted it.
Was that 4 or 5 days?
That was 4 or 5 days. Technically, once it got announced is when it actually got locked in. So it was really like 2 days.
Yeah, I think I saw a tweet where Jazz was like 48 hours or some shit.
Exactly. It was really like
to really lock
2
in.
days, but
yeah.
5 days is when it was the plan. It was like, okay, but we gonna see. So Jazz wasn't sure. You know what I mean? So they were just trying to see if they was able to do it. And I respect that aspect of it instead of just saying, all right, okay, let's lock in and then not be able to give a show. I think Jazz was, she didn't want to just take the battle. She wanted to make sure she could give a complete show. This is Jazz the rapper coming to Bullpen.
Yeah, that's
so
fire.
She wasn't going to say nothing until she was sure. So she wasn't sure until 2 days before.
That's
You
fine.
know what I mean? And she was sure. Like, y'all better take that girl word.
That's crazy.
Y'all better take her word. Like, she know what works for her and what don't work for her. But that ended up being a crazy battle. And Loso, I was kind of scared for him while Jazz was rapping. Like, bro,
Yeah, she was in her bag. And she just opted to go first. Fuck the coin toss and everything. Like, just popped off. Like, swinging, nigga. We in the fight.
Man, that was
too
different.
gangster.
That was different. Yeah, that was too different. But that was crazy though. Like Loso, see, people don't know about the Briz battle, right? When I called Loso about the Briz battle, he was unsure about doing it because he did have a lot going on and it was short notice. You know what I mean? So he was unsure, but you know, with the conversation, it was more so on my end. I'm like, yo, this is an opportunity I don't think you should miss out on. You know what I mean? Pardon me. This is an opportunity I don't think you should miss out on. Super Bowl event. We're doing it with Julio Jones. We got Tay Rock on the card. You and Briz. Like, this could be crazy. So I kind of, in a way, feel like I like damn near sold that to him. You know what I mean? When he kind of was, and I'm not making no excuse.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But this is just real shit.
Yeah, how it went down.
You know what I mean? So when he took the battle, you know, and it happened how it happened, regardless, if you take a battle, you know, you got to take the wins with the losses. You know what I mean? And Briz went crazy, regardless of what. And the crazy thing is, Loso had crazy material. It was just choppy, you know what I'm saying, for the last minute prep, and this and that. So fast forward now, this is kind of the same type of situation.
I know. Jazz was throwing a little...
You know what I mean? And it's just like, so I wasn't going to be mad if Loso said he didn't want to do a battle, period. So, you know, with him to do that, and then it's just like, all right, and then, you know, watching Jazz go first, and she wilding, I'm scared for this nigga Loso. I'm like, man, can't afford another one of these. But that nigga came back wilding out the gate. The intro, all the way through to the way he ended it, like he was just in control. And I'm looking at the whole fight between both of them. They both was comfortable in their pocket, landing punches, moving.
He brought a different conversation to Jazz too.
Yeah.
I feel like out of all the people that's been battling her, I feel like he brought a different little conversation to the whole way to attack Jazz. So that was fire to me.
That's a fire one rounder, man. We got a complete battle out of one round. I don't care what nobody say. Oh, we wanted 3 rounds for what? We got a complete battle out of that one round. They said everything they needed to say to each other. Everything landed. Whatever. You know what I mean? If you need to, when the battle drop, or go to the VOD and watch it 3 times. You need 3 rounds, watch it 3 times.
Nah, facts. Then, you know, 20,000 on the line.
Geechee Gotti versus Bad News, main event. One hell of a main event, man.
Yeah, when you constructed this in your mind and you see how that shit went down, like...
I'm not surprised, bro. It's like it's what it got booked for. This is what I was banking on. Like this is from the whole card, top to bottom. Like that's why I say I like putting together matchups where it's gonna be such a fight. You can't really see who's gonna win. If this person bring their best and this person bring their best, we got a classic. It ain't like nobody's gonna completely separate themselves. You know what I mean? But yeah, Geechee Gotti made a $10,000 bet with Mecole Hardman, formerly of the Kansas City Chiefs. I believe he's on the Jets now. Shout out to him. I called him. We spoke about it and everything. I don't know how, him and Geechee handled that situation. That ain't had nothing to do with me. I wasn't getting a dollar out of that. I wasn't, you know what I'm saying? Like, so, but Geechee said they handled it. They got it situated or whatever. But I don't have a clear winner in that battle. I don't see how people is just. I feel like I went into a space and, with Let's Talk Battle Rap. Shout out to Let's Talk Battle Rap. Shout out to France. 3 Letter Man was in there, and there was some other people in there, and they was just like, yeah. So, John. What happened with that money? And I was like, yeah, I don't really know what happened with that. Oh, he's compromised. So by y'all saying that, y'all saying y'all feel like Bad News lost clearly, and me saying I don't know, y'all feel like I'm being biased, like as if it wasn't a close battle. So that shit is like
definitely a close battle.
Yeah, so it was just
a fire
like
battle too at that.
I don't really get it. You know what I mean? But yeah, that was crazy, man. I think it's definitely a bullpen classic.
Geechee Gotti put one a hell of a fucking performance.
So
it's like you can't be mad if niggas feel like he won.
No, I'm not mad at that.
You can't be mad if niggas feel like News won either. Like that was a goodie. You know what I'm saying?
Geechee Gotti gave a flawless performance, man. Yeah. Like it was flawless, bro.
That was so crazy. Yeah.
It was flawless.
The freestyles, everything all the rebuttals.
It was flawless.
That nigga went into a whole. But News was doing the same shit though.
Same shit.
Freestyles, rebuttals, talking. I'm like, yo, these niggas.
The thing I like about
warring.
News is when somebody bring a fight to him, he's ready for the fight. It's like it don't throw him off. It don't. You know what I mean? Somebody could be wilding on News. It's not throwing him off. He's gonna fight with his material. Like, doesn't matter what you say, my shit's shitting on yours. Like, and I like that type of warrior mentality. Like, I love that shit about News. You know what I mean? And that's what keeps him in every fight he's in. It doesn't matter what it is. He's in there.
I think News had some like super memorable lines that niggas really quotable. Like he had a lot of fire shit in there.
Nah, he was in
You know what I'm saying? So I thought that was one of the best, one of his best performances I ever seen. So
yeah, for sure.
You know what I'm saying? 20,000 people. I got a chance to speak to Geechee and News after I went and talked to them about the money situation.
Yeah.
And they basically just said they gonna handle that behind the scenes.
Yeah.
What's your thoughts? So like, you know what I mean? Or the judging or whatever.
That's on them.
Okay.
You know what I mean? That's on them how they handle it again. That ain't really got nothing to do with me.
Okay.
If my money was involved, I would be more tapped in on what's going on.
Got you.
Nobody came to me to pick judges beforehand. Nobody.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Mecole Hardman couldn't make it for whatever reason.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So Geechee said they smoked. They got that handled. That's on
it.
them.
All right, yeah. That's basically what I figured. All right, they gonna handle it however they handle it, though.
They handle it, man.
Nah, but it definitely was one of them ones, though, man. When can the fans expect to see these joints, man? You know what I'm saying?
They can see them right now. Rapgrid.com /The Pendemic. Get the VOD. You can watch all of them right now. $45, 9 battles. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead, man.
For the YouTube, for the ones who's like, yo, on YouTube though, John, come on, man.
I don't know, and I don't want to give a date.
Got you, all right.
You know so
the YouTube niggas is just...
They'll be sitting there just waiting. A lot of people just wait. Nah, support the VOD. You want to see it, man. Like, just support it. You know what I mean? Yeah, you never know. Like, never know when it'll drop. But yeah, I ain't giving no date.
Okay.
It ain't really no date. You know what I'm saying? It just...
Well, just be ready for whenever it do drop though.
Yeah, exactly. Subscribe to youtube.com /Shrug Life Network. Y'all gonna get it. Y'all gonna get them.
For you, how do you feel as far as this event? What do you rate it for you? Because you've had some crazy events before.
10 out of 10, man. 10 out of 10, man. Like,
so it's up there with your top best event that you've ever done.
Yeah, hell yeah. I mean, we did a lot of great events, but it's like with this one, what sets it apart is, you know, I'm big on quality over quantity. This event had quality and quantity. I can't recall any battle rap event, at least one that's been streamed, that had over 7 battles and every battle be entertaining. Like every one, we had 9 battles. And all of them are entertaining. All of them is something to talk about. All of them. Every single one of them. It's like what was it missing? You know what I mean? I see people giving, when they rating and shit, like, you know, 8 out of 10, that's a high score. I'm humbled for that. You know what I mean? So appreciate that. But when I ask, you know, what was missing, and y'all could just tell me the battles that didn't happen, I don't think that's fair enough to take points away from the event to say, well, it's not a 10 because the battles that didn't happen. No, you rate the event by the battles that actually happened, not what coulda, shoulda, woulda. Nah. And if you go off the battles that actually happened, they were all good. We set our mark, but it's definitely up there, man. It's that, especially with the feedback. I go off the feedback, like. We've gotten the best feedback from this than we've ever got.
Even my nigga Harlem Legend was like best battle he ever. Event he ever been a part of, and that nigga, you know, is a harsh critic at times.
He's not the only one that told me that. He's not the only one. I seen that a lot, so that's enough for me. And I told Harlem Legend this, like, he gonna rub a lot of people the wrong way, but I don't feel like when he gives his opinion on shit. With him, I don't feel like there's no ulterior motives, because it ain't like he's trying to keep relationships with certain people. He doesn't care about ruining relationships with certain people to give his opinion, and I can respect that. So when you respect somebody like that, and when they say things in a positive manner, when he's like damn near known to be negative, it's like, oh, all right, yeah, well, we must have been on some shit. You know what I'm saying? It must have been that type of event. You know what I mean? But as far as everybody else that show love, though, all the blogs that spoke on it, from the Butterflies to the, you know what I'm saying, Piper Boy, Angry Fans, all of them, like, that was saying, you know, this was a great event. That's all I need. You know what I mean? That's all. That's dope. I definitely appreciate that.